Welcome to your life. I hope you like it. Welcome to your life. Welcome to your life.
Welcome to our video on the astrology compatibility of the presidential ticket of Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz, the two dragons. The current Vice President, Kamala Harris, is throwing her hat into the ring for the President of the United States, and her chosen political partner, Tim Walz, is the current governor of Minnesota and is running for Vice President. Now, Kamala Harris' astrology is Libra Sun, Aries Moon, Gemini Rising with 3 planet stellium in Virgo of Venus, Uranus, and Pluto. Her Chinese astrology sign is Yang Greenwood Dragon, which is very regal and Herculean. Now, Kamala Harris' birthday time and year is October 20th, 1964, in Oakland, California at 9:28 p.m. Now, keep in mind, as we go through more about Kamala Harris and also Tim Walz, and we see how the amalgamation of the two, okay, what I want you to remember is that right now in 2024, this is year of the Yang Greenwood Dragon also, because it repeats every 60 years. And when it ends in 4, that's Yang Wood or Greenwood. And when it's every 12 years and you get to 60 years, the animal dragon repeats. So that's how it works. And this is what we have going on. These are 2 dragons. Okay, now, Tim Walz's astrology is Aries Sun. His moon and rising sign are ambiguous, okay, because his birth time is unknown. Now, when the 2 default settings are used, they come up with various moon and rising sign assignments for Tim Walz on the internet that you see, but nobody really knows his birth time. Therefore, nobody knows for sure his moon sign, and nobody knows for sure his ascending sign or his rising sign unless they actually know his birth time, which is not really public knowledge anyway that we were able to find. So we're going to talk about that more later, so you know why sometimes you'll see certain designations for his moon sign and his rising. Nevertheless, we're going to continue with the other compatibility information first, and the things we do know about him, like he has a stellium in Aries and that kind of thing, and his birth year. But we'll give that other information at the end of the video. All right, and it's interesting. Okay, now, all right, so we're going to move along, just go into that Tim Walz has a 3-planet stellium, and his 3-planet stellium is in the sign of Aries, the ram. And the stellium is of the planets the Sun, because Aries Sun, okay, Mars and Jupiter. And keep in mind that Mars rules Aries, and he's an Aries Sun. And he's got a 3-planet stellium in Aries. Mars rules Aries. Keep that in mind. A lot of strong, very, very brave, and a lot of iron willpower, that kind of thing, okay? Can be competitive in a good way. Okay, now his Tim Walz Chinese astrology sign is Yang Greenwood Dragon, the same as Kamala Harris, since they were both born in 1964. Again, dragon is the royal and the sovereign, and you know, and also very strong and powerful, okay? And Tim Walz's birthday and year is April 6, 1964. He was born in West Point at Cumming City, Nebraska, United States, again, at an unknown time. Now we're going to give you a looky-loo, okay, towards the zodiac signs of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to perceive their interactions. Harris's Libra Sun is cardinal air and fire air elements in Western astrology. And Harris's Gemini ascendant, we know her ascendant because we know her time, okay, adds a bright approach to conundrums, innovative and ingenious ideas which come up with solutions, impressive communication skills, and transportation capacities much needed by a person that has a job requiring her to travel as much as does the position of Vice President or President of the United States. Now, she's already Vice President and she's running for President, so she has the qualifications necessary for these kinds of job descriptions. Harris's Virgo stellium of Venus, Uranus, and Pluto adds the self-control, the industry, and sensible talents of the Virgin. Okay, Kamala Harris is Yang Greenwood Dragon, and 2024 is a Yang Greenwood Dragon year. One might say that this is the vice president's year and also the year of the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Now, so that's something that you got to keep in mind. There's a lot of dragon energy. Aries, Moon gives Kamala Harris her sort of great competitive edge, because it gives her the Ram's competitive edge, and the dragon Chinese sign amplifies since Aries is like dragon. This gives Harris a double dose of fire, Aries, ironclad willpower, and that, again, that competitive edge. So she's very good at any kind of competition. You know, she's like got a sportsman type mentality. She can be a good sport. She knows how to play the game. She can game them if she needs to. But the Virgo aspect makes her very honest and very making sure that things are being done properly. Okay? The 3 planet stellium in Virgo. Moving right along, we have regarding the equation of the Harris-Walz presidential ticket. Okay? Harris Libra Sun adds fuel to the fire of Walz's Aries Sun. Walz's stellium in Aries ignites Harris's Aries Moon. Harris's stellium in Virgo adds much common sense, perseverance, and rational sort of prowess to ground and inspire her Libra Sun, and to simultaneously temper and cool the abundance of Aries when considering both Harris's and Walz's charts, their astrology charts. Okay, since Virgo is water of earth, both yin and cool, this is where the dragon Chinese zodiac sign, being like Aries, finds balance, also providing an inspiration to Harris's Libra Sun. Again, keep in mind that both Harris and Walz both have 1964 as their birth year, shaping their personalities with the power and royalty of Yang Wood Dragon. And wood is green, so it's green dragon. Yet even more fire is added to both of their charts when we consider the fact that the element of Yang in 1964 brings a fiery factor into this amalgamation. Now add to this the constituent of 2024 also being Yang Wood Dragon year, just like 1964, and you have an intriguing and forceful mixture. Okay? With that said, when it comes to Walz's Uranus and Pluto in Virgo planetary aspects, these give him self-restraint, diligence, and empirical skills to cool off his combining opulence of solar Aries and dragon fire. Okay? Walz's Aries Sun is cardinal fire and fire of fire. Okay? It's like lighting a match. Okay? Walz's Aries stellium of Sun, Mars, Jupiter adds even more of an initiatory blaze and a martial courage to win battles. Okay? Harris's and Walz's Yang Wood Dragon birth year of 1964 bestows fuel into their creative furnaces. In that, Chinese zodiac sign of dragon is in similitude, again, with the Western sign of Aries, and adding a blazing fire and more fuel. We're going to talk about the fuel for the fire when you consider the wood element, okay? Because wood feeds fire in Chinese feng shui and astrology, okay? Yang element is masculine, fiery, and hot. Since both 1964 and 2024 are greenwood and late spring in their natures, there is yet some coolness. 2024's Yang Wood Dragon is forceful and able to keep cool anyway. All right, now we're going to give you the defaults, like you said, for Tim Walz's, if we put in the default of 12 p.m. and 12 a.m., I'm going to give you what the default gives us when we calculate for the rising sign or ascendant. Rising sign, ascendant is the same thing. And the moon sign, okay? So, we know a little bit more about the moon sign, because the moon sign, because the timing, you get 2 possibilities, okay? Whereas with the rising sign, it's really hard to tell. Okay, so what we're gonna give you is first, okay, when 2 standard default settings are used to calculate Tim Walz's chart, we start with the 12 p.m. noontime setting yields an Aquarius moon and a Cancer rising. All right, now Aquarius is very humanitarian, and very intelligent, okay? And Cancer is very about hearth, home, and family, and very caring and sensitive, okay? So that's if it's 12 p.m. Now, if we move on to 12 a.m. and with the application of that default 12 a.m. into the mix, we arrive at a Capricorn moon, okay? And a Sagittarius rising sign. Well, Capricorn moon is really about a lot of sort of climbing the ladder of success emotionally in a sure-footed way, very sure-footed, okay? And you know, it's Capricorn the goat, so you know how they like to be sturdy, and the status is important, and they're very good with disciplining themselves, okay? So it's a very can-do kind of sign, and it's an earth sign. And Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius is mutable fire, okay? So mutable fire is, if that's the rising sign, Sagittarius is all about autonomy and independence, and all about travel, and all about optimism, and liking things that are really inspiring to the mind and awe-inspiring to talk about and having really interesting conversations. So you see, there's a big difference. It's important to know those things. But the things we do know, all that Aries is the most important thing to know. The moon is important, and it's either most likely Aquarius or Capricorn, but so the moon's important. But of course, you know, everything, rising and moon are both important. But the fact that we know how much Aries and dragon is like Aries, and dragon, how much these two dragons, how much Aries and dragon is in these charts, and then the things that are going to make the dragon really intelligent and judicious and fair-minded with the Libra, and balanced with the Libra sun of Kamala Harris. This gives us two very attractive, intriguing, and very potent, promising candidates that I think really I can see why. I didn't know in the beginning, you know, who she was going to choose. I thought she might choose one other person, but you know, it's up to her. Of course, she knows what she needs. And now that I saw his chart, I really understand why she chose him. 2024 is Dragon Year. They're both born in 1964, Dragon Year, and it's all both then and now Yang Greenwood Dragon. And Greenwood Dragon is a very it has a possibility of growth. With all that power, it's not so much fire that it burns everything. It's so much good fire and wood and so much green, you know, that and because it's late springtime, that you get enough coolness and enough moisture in the air and rain in order to make it grow, make things grow. Okay? But if anybody tries to upset the apple cart, well, you got two powerful dragons in this particular mansion of dragons. Okay. Well, that was a very interesting chart for me, and I'll be looking more into it. And thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time for the next installment. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Welcome to your life.